Hello, everyone. My name is Mercy, and welcome back to another episode of Mercy's Minecraft Adventure. We are now in episode 13. It's a lucky number, and unlucky for me, I don't quite know what to do yet for this episode. I think we'll just kind of freeform it, see how things go. Welcome back, everyone. It is definitely not 100% sure what's going on when it comes to this episode. We've done plenty of building. Last episode, we did an all kind of building. We didn't do any technical aspects of things. Before that, we ended up working on the sheep and the cows. Before that, we had our storage system. So we've had a good basic balance between redstone things and just basic building and keeping track of that. So I'm not 100% sure what to do today. We're not going to do anything technical on the scale of the Iron Phoenix because that was just really over the top technical. But I did have an idea, and let me go ahead and pull my rockets in here. And the idea was to try to get a city built, because then in that city we can go ahead and build all of our technical things. Now over here we have this village. In this village I ended up running through and running past when I was fighting the Wither, so I might end up trying to convert this into a city, which is another big building project. But what I would do over here in the meantime as well is get myself set up with a tree farm. This is where a lot of the technical stuff would end up going, where it would be very industrial and very modern of it. And the villagers just hanging around would add a level of balance to it. Now, if I'm going to build the city over here, I also want there to be able to be a skeleton spawner somewhere close enough that I can AFK, get a crazy ton amount of bones and armor. So if I can find one of those, maybe that's what we'll build. But I gotta find it, so time to start searching. Alright, so it's not very sciencey or explory, making up words here as I go. But right underneath this torch, straight down a few blocks, is a skeleton spawner. I found it with the camera account because finding those things otherwise is kind of a pain. You just gotta kind of get lucky. So it's not that far off from the iron farm, which is great, because that means we could set that on, leave it running, sit over here, and get that farm going as well. So that's a double whammy on that one. I could set up a mob farm somewhere off in this area as well, potentially, because the iron farm doesn't rely on hostile mobs, it relies on passive mobs, so that isn't affected by the rates of the spawner. The spawner will just keep spawning unless it hits a mob cap, and the mobs will be able to just spawn off in the distance as well if I want to. I can have a on-off switch kind of idea to focus on which ones I gather. But yeah, that torch right there is going to be able to dig straight down to where we need to get the skeleton spawner. So I think I'm going to go ahead and create a little bit of a skeleton farm. And I'm going to have the first building for it up here at the surface. And that's where the skeletons will be brought out to be killed. So let's come up with a design, start trying to build, and then we'll focus on the technical after I get a basic housing going on. Alright, so I've got the building designed. This is where it's going to happen. Straight down below there is the spawner itself. Straight down below here is going to be our killing section, the block where all the skeletons gather to be killed. Hoppers gather into a dropper facing upward into this item elevator here. And this is where it comes out up to the surface. So now it's a matter of orienting the building the way I want to, making it look nice, and getting the spawner system set up down below. So, building time. There we go. Nothing too spectacular, but the intent is not to be spectacular as much as it is to just simply be. We're here to go ahead and get that properly going and lit up, and next will be the lighting, I should say, but it is looking nice. It's got the modern flair to it, which is why we've got a lot of black and white going on, a lot of the solid colors using the concrete, and I think it'll fit in nice with the rest of the same kind of theme for a city that we're going to build over here in this area, and it is going to end up covering up our Iron Phoenix as well without breaking its functionality. So the next thing we need to do is get under so that we can take care of the digging portion. So here we have, let's dig down to, right here is the center. So this is where I need to get a dropper, and I should probably actually go get those resources first, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's go get those resources first. Alright, got the stuff. And we are looking at these coordinates. We need to get to 30 and minus 875. Let me go ahead and put that separate. Type it up on the side. And there we go. So now I'll be able to keep that over there and be ready to use it as need be. Fill that back in. And I should have some dirt. There we go. Alrighty then. So down here is the kill section, but I don't need the kill section just yet. What I do need is right here with our actual spawner. So it's time to dig down and get to the spawner. And as I dig, I'm actually going to want to try to cover it up as well. So we're going to have a lot of down and up kind of deal here. So let's cap it in. Alright. Just get 3 as I go. Cover it up. This is going to take a little bit. And then as soon as I get there, we're going to have some fighting to do. So this is going to be interesting. Missed one. There we go. Want it to be solid, just so I can easily deal with that. Oh, I can hear them. And there it is. Ha! Take that. There's our spawner. Okay, so now that we've got the spawner, it's time to get the rest of the job done here. Let's get this up and filled right back in. Now, getting the spawner converted over to an EXP farm and an item farm is actually pretty straightforward and simple. What I'm going to be doing here is just basically lighting up some of these caves right around it. I'm not too worried about the spawn rates because we have the spawner itself, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of issue with it. And there is a creeper right over there. So let's shoot that creeper. Alright. Here we go. So let's knock out the wall a little bit. And we've got to dig 4 in each direction, and then we are going to be heading in this direction. So let's go ahead and knock out the room real fast. Kind of like this. Now I've gone and done a little bit extra, which was the water down here and how the floor is going to start falling through. And I haven't done this wall finished yet, but that's because I want to save that wall open so that way I can get to my infinite water source right up there. But the next step behind this, since all the water is pushing in its appropriate direction, is to knock out these blocks here right underneath where the water last was standing. And that is now going to push anything and everything that spawns here over into this section right here. Now from here, we're going to go and dig back 3 blocks, and this is where the skeletons will hop in, chill out, and end up falling to their doom. And by doom, I mean that's where I'm going to be standing, smacking them around, and getting everything that I need from them. So the next step is actually going to be getting a little bit of a holding thing going on for them and build a path for me to get over there as well. So yeah, hang tight. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this ready and finished, and then we'll just go ahead and turn this on. I need a slab for this too. I had to change around a little bit. We got the ladders all the way down to the killing chamber here. The skeletons are going to drop in right here, and I get this extra little gap here, but I gotta get the coordinates once again set up. And it ended up coming out right here underneath where the door was, so I had to change the door and move the door back to the other side, which was actually kind of funny, because it worked out so perfectly. You know, not in my favor, but it worked out, so... Alright. First thing that I need to do now is get myself set up with the coordinates. And it's going to be in this direction. So let's go ahead and 874. I need 875. It is totally fine that they fall here. It just means that I need to get to this point, and this is going to be the dropper. So let's start dropping in everything that we need. Dig down 1, set, get out of here ladder, I don't need you. Stone, and let's get the dropper. So stone, dropper, nope. I need the dropper facing up, that's right. So let's get up a little bit. Stone, take you, stone, and dropper facing up. There we go. Okay. Next is going to be the little bit of a circuit. So, oh hey, gold. Distractions. Oh no, I'm sorry. But it's gold. I gotta get it. Alright. Put that down. Now, let's see. I need to get myself a little bit of movement here. Here we go. And the first thing I want to do, let's go ahead and take that out just temporarily. We need the comparator coming out of it, because that's going to give a signal anytime there's stuff in it now. So if I were to put that in, you see it gives a signal. Now that it's giving a signal, we want the redstone power to come through. And it is being powered. It doesn't need a whole lot of power. So I'm going to have to knock those out and move the torch again. I really don't know where I'm putting this torch. Let's just put the torch there. I know it's not going back there. So, redstone coming right out of it. Actually, can I do it with just a repeater? No time like the present. Yes, we can actually just get the repeater right on and going. Repeater gives full power there. And now we can repeater back. And I was hoping that would just trigger, but it's not. So I need to put a block. Yep, but now if I were to go and put, say, the stone there, and let's put some bones in. See, they pop out on the side, so I can't do it that way. Okay. Let's probably expand this way. Yeah, because then if I just go ahead and bust like this with a repeater and another repeater like this, kind of complicated, convoluted, but now if I put those there we go. And now cover up with the stone. I don't need a lot of space down here. I don't want things spawning in here. So I just want to leave that all by itself. And I need this row right here. Whoop, and I busted my comparator. Okay. No, come on. There we go. Pull that. And we need a good old hopper chain. Hopper chain, right there. Stone, they fall, they hit that. Let's cover that. And looking good. Alright, now it's a matter of getting up there, activating it, and pushing them all over here. So let's go ahead, get in there, and knock out those torches. Alright, I have full confidence that this is going to work. Probably. Mostly. I can hope. So I gotta go ahead and break out all of this. And I need a slab. Did I bring my slabs with me? No. I have enough. I just don't have the crafting bench. Well, let's fix that. And there. Now let's get a crafting bench. Make some slabs. Okay, that's all I needed. Let's go ahead and do this. So, punch that out. And I don't want one on top. So, slab so it doesn't spawn on top of there. Torch out. Torch out. Torch. Torch. All torches are now removed, including that one. And there. Now skeletons should still be spawning inside. There they go. And they're going to be pushed down. So let's, well, yeah, and here they are, getting pushed down right into here. Want to get myself a torch in here, because this is a maintenance hatch if I need it. And attack, kill the skeletons, get some EXP. It's not so much the EXP as much as it is the items that I'm looking to get. So after a little bit of a grind session, you climb up the ladder, pop out right in the building. It takes the longest. Come on. There we go. And the items show up right in here. Awesome. So yeah, it's working. We've got ourselves a skeleton spawner mob grinder. Got a nice little entrance into it here. All the storage that we'll have to keep items in there. And this is how I'm going to end up getting that chain armor. So let's go ahead and chill out down here, see what we can get in just a little bit of time. So it's only been about 5 minutes that we spent down there. That's all it's been, just 5 minutes. Let's see what kind of drops we got. Well over a stack of bones in just 5 minutes. You really can't beat that. A couple of garbage bows that we're just going to end up throwing out as we go. with some leather boots that I can go and drop off up in the armory as well. And they're enchanted, so yeah, guys, this is looking good. We've got ourselves a nice, fancy setup on a skeleton spawner farm. So it's looking really good. I'm very happy about it. At any rate, guys, that is all the time that I have for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It was a little bit more technical, a little buildy, had a little bit of everything, you know, back and forth. And if you did like it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like on the video. Of course, if you guys really enjoyed it, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, as I'm interrupted by bone sounds and zombie sounds outside. But, you know, they're here for the ride too. So if you like them, subscribe. But guys, that is once again all I have time for today. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Like a dragonfly, just grab my head